What keeps you motivated?
Your time means more freedom when you use your time for things that allow greatness. Are you stuck in your job? Are you tired the way your life is going? Do you waste your time on things that really don't matter? Are all these things just things that you really don't respect yourself enough to be able to believe in yourself to change your life? Not even 2 months ago, I got in a car accident. Before then, I had actually got stitches in my face. Keep in mind, I work at a retail store. I work at Walmart. I work about 50 to 60 hours a week. I have a lot of problems mentally. I still work 60 hours, about 50 to 60 hours a week, despite having all these problems, even having a concussion going in during then. So keep in mind, this is about a foot and a half of snow, and I'm walking through this to go to the motel. I'm thinking in my head, this is about negative 20-degree weather, and I really didn't want to do this. But after that entire week, I had enough mental clarity in my head, and I was able to control my diet, everything else that I wanted to do that entire whole week, I was able to do because I simply did something that was difficult. If you can use your mind to trick yourself into doing things you don't want to do and things that you hate, you can make yourself do things that you'll never believe that you could ever achieve. Other things in my life, I wasn't that smart in college. I never could graduate. I always thought that it was my teacher's fault when I wouldn't graduate. It took me a very long time just to graduate from a community college. I have a mental disorder where it's just very difficult to actually focus. And once I realized it's not the teacher's fault, it's my fault. It's not their fault. I need to change this. Once I realized that, and I realized I cannot change anyone else's opinion besides my own opinion of myself, then I realized that I don't have to actually focus on what they're saying, and I don't care about what they say because they are not me. And I'm the only one that I ever have to please. And if anybody else says anything to me, it does not mean anything to me because they are not me on my opinion of me. This kind of thinking is the only way you'll ever get through a lot of difficult circumstances where people will try to manipulate you. They'll try to use their trusting ways of being your friend or being somebody that's, amazing for you. And actually they're just a piece of shit and they don't care about you. Which, to wrap this up, after now I have 2 degrees. They're actually I have 2 associate's degrees. I have almost 150 credit hours. And I never thought that I would ever graduate from college, but I have 150 credit hours. I've applied to a lot of jobs, and it's just one of those things. You have to keep on trying, even though you haven't been getting anywhere. Which on top of that, I remember that I had never made any money in my entire life 2 years ago. Now I know how to make money off the stock market. I know how to make money on the internet. I've never made $1 on the internet, and now I know how to make I can make about $100 if I sit there the whole entire day just doing stuff on the internet. Which, these are things that take a while to learn. They're things that take a while to develop. And one of the skills that you'll need to learn is that you need to set a routine in your head. A routine that you yourself can go by. And these goals need to be things, like I've said before, that you can achieve, and not things that you won't achieve, because then you'll just ruin your motivation. Which, the difference between a successful person and an unsuccessful person is just that the successful person does not quit. The unsuccessful person quits. That is the only difference. And the problem is that every single lesson that we've ever been taught it's just like taught in it's ingrained in our brain in school, but yet it almost becomes frustrating because these lessons are things that we strive for our whole lives, and if we want self-gratification, social media has made everything in an instant, and we want that self-gratification so quickly that we forget that things in life that actually are worth anything, likes on Facebook, likes on Twitter, likes on YouTube, are not worth anything for your own welfare. Those things are things that prove that people are interested in you, but in order to have people truly interested in you, you have to know yourself. And by knowing yourself, you have to choose to be someone. You can't just choose to be other people. That is the problem that a lot of people, they do these things because they want to be accepted. They want to be proven as somebody out there. And the problem with that is that when people love someone that they're not actually, well, it makes you feel very disgusting inside, and you crave to be loved. So all you do is act like those other people, and you imitate, and you keep on reciprocating that effect until all you essentially become is what your friends are.